YouTube? It's your girl Star Haley back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the chakras and about how the sun sends messages to us through our chakras, okay? That's basically what I'm about to be talking about, alright? So I'm going to jump right into it. So we all know the sun god. Like, if you don't know, I talk about how the sun is God, alright? Like I always say, keep an open mind. I do not mean the God as in the universe God that created everything. I mean, in which the universe made it, the sun god, our sun, okay? So boom, let's break down what the sun is in the first place, alright? Like I said before, it's an electromagnetic ball of plasma that emits electrical rays. So let's start off by saying, what is light? Let's break down that. What is light? So light is thought and magnetism together. Thought plus magnetism equals light. All right. So what is thought? Thought is a form of electricity that manifests into frequency. Okay, that's what thought is. Now, what's magnetism? Magnetism is a force that can attract. Look up the definition. That's what it say. It's a force that can attract. We are forces that can attract. All right. But anyway, thought plus magnetism equals light. Magnetism is willpower. To be able to will thing in. All right. So the sun basically has the willpower to emit messages to us through electricity. All right. That's simple. If you don't understand that, rewind that back. You will get it. You'll get it. All right. So let's move forward. So we are basically on the electromagnetic spectrum, right? We can absorb the whole electromagnetic spectrum. If you don't know what that is, use your Googles, all right? Real quick. So I'm going to need you to use your Google because I do not have a map right now. But black people can absorb the whole electromagnetic spectrum, all right? White people cannot because they do not have melanin in their body to absorb sunlight. We have melanin. We are condensed sunlight. We absorb sunlight. All right? So we can absorb the whole electromagnetic spectrum. So moving on. So basically, white people rejects the messages that the sun gives to us, okay? Now, let's get into the chakras and how it pertains to the chakras. Like I told y'all before, our chakras is nothing but spiral and portals, right? In my last video, one of my last videos, I told you it go clockwise or counterclockwise. Our chakras, right? We got 7 main chakras and more. We got more throughout our body. So the sun have chakras too. So that's why I said go look at them electromagnetic spectrum. They have colors. All right, you're going to look at them colors. Now, go Google chakras, or if you already know your chakra colors, you will know that it matches the electromagnetic spectrum. All the same colors, they match. That's because, let's take our root chakra, for example. Say the vibration is coming from the root chakra from the sun. That's the message that's going to come. If we're vibrating in our root chakra, we're going to get messages to our root chakra. That's why it's important to vibrate high. Because when you're vibrating high, you will get messages to your crown chakra. You'll get messages through your third eye chakra, okay? Which is the chakras you wanted to. Because when you're vibrating low, that's not good. That open door for demons in them to come in. And it not come in, but the demons to send you those type messages to keep you vibrating low. Just like the Caucasians do when they're using food. But I'm going to get to that. Anyway, where was I at? So I'm going to start off by saying at 432, and you can look at the electromagnetic spectrum, at 432 terahertz, we come into existence. Things start to turn to, solid, come into physical existence, I say. At 432 terahertz, things start to come into physical existence. Anything below that do not exist, all right? It's not physical at all. Between 670 And 750 terahertz, you start to really become physical. You could become more solid, you could say. And then at 750 and above terahertz, you're officially solid. You're officially into existence all the way. You're solid, okay? Y'all got that? So that's very important to know, because with the we're gonna get to that. But anyway, like I said, so when like I said, it's different entities out there on different planets. So our sun has a root chakra, a sacral, and all that, so they can send it through the root, they can send it through the crown. I said that, right? That's very important to know. So hold on, but give me a second. So where was I at? All right, so like I said, the sun sends us messages to our chakras. All right, right. So you got to remember there's other entities out there. You got to remember that. Very important. There's other entities out there that do not have our greatness in mind. There are other low vibrating entities that can send us messages, whether we know it or not. They can send you messages like broad daylight that you know it's a message, but they can also interact with you without you knowing, sending you messages. Like I said, if you go back and look at my video about the Anunnakis, I can help y'all figure this out a little bit more. But if you don't, I think it was the Anunnaki video. But basically, I told you there's other extraterrestrials out there that don't have souls, that have to manifest in different forms or manipulate other forms, aka the white people, right? Because they're low vibrating beings. They can't vibrate. White people cannot vibrate high. Okay, it just is what it is. They cannot. They always vibrate in low. So these entities are always sending them low vibrating messages. That's why they're always, I'm not even about to get into it. And that's why they come in, they transform to white people, because they're always vibrating low. They're wicked. They're easy to manipulate. Okay, so they use food, air, the things that we use, media, to manipulate us, to try to keep us vibrating low. They try to get the black people to keep vibrating low. That's what they use, all right? Because they know they can't. But like I told y'all before, the difference between us and white people, we're going to recycle back here. So if you're vibrating low, you're 9 times 10, you're going to recycle back into this life, okay? And they're going to do the same thing, try to cipher your energy to keep you recycled. White people don't recycle, and I told you that before, but it's another thing. But like I said, when they keep you in your when they keep you inside your root chakra, that's the easiest way to manipulate y'all, when y'all vibrate it low. So they always try to keep you in the root chakra. Like I said, I don't know if I said it before or if I said it yet, but we switch. No, I didn't get to it yet, so I ain't gonna say it yet. But we are now, matter of fact, we are now vibrating at 440 terahertz. We used to vibrate naturally at 432 to match the sun, to get our energy naturally and all that naturally. But the white man changed it to 440. So now we all vibrate at 440 terahertz, all right? So now that's why we got to sun gaze and do this and that, just to get energy from the sun and walk barefoot, which we should have been doing any day, because no longer is the sun naturally protecting us. All right? So all right, so now I want to talk to you a little bit about the dimensions and how we're moved to a new dimension. Okay, we're now moved into the age of the Aquarian, which is the Enlightenment age. All right, so I want to talk to you about dimensions. All right, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 1 dimension, we got 2 dimension, we got 3 dimension, we got 4 dimension. We're on the 3rd dimension. We all know this, right? We're moving to the 4th dimension. All right, we're moving on. So let's say the 1st dimension is dinosaurs, the 2nd dimension, because you know that you get less dense as you move through these dimensions. If you're moving up, you get less dense. If you're moving down, you get more denser. Keep that in mind. All right, so let's say 1 is dinosaurs, 2 is giants, 3 is humans, and 4 is extraterrestrials, because again, you're getting lighter. The 4th dimension is extraterrestrials, which is we're moving to that. We're getting lighter, okay? So each planet is governed by a different sun. So our sun send us type messages, whatever our sun messages send us. when we move into the Aquarian age, well, we already have, it's different suns out there, which means their suns are going to be sending us messages we have never received before. So it's going to be our sun sending type messages. Now we're going to have other suns sending us type messages, okay? Now we're just getting messages from different types of ways. So it's going to change our structure. It changes our structure. All right? Because the sun made us. Now that we're getting new messages, we're going to be made up in a new way. All right, if that makes sense to y'all. But if it don't, then keep it up. But basically, these planets are governed by different suns, right? And we use these stars as navigation systems, right? Like Orion Belt is the entryway to the 19th galaxy, which is where we're going into right now. I don't know why I keep saying we're going, because we've been in the Aquarian Age for years now, all right? People don't know that. We have been. Our ancestors been back. But we've been in the Aquarian Age for a minute now. So we already merged with the 19th galaxy. That's why if you don't wake up now, if you don't shift to the fourth dimension, you're fucked, because we're already in the shift. So you're going to get stuck in the third if you keep vibrating low and staying with all these, like I said, white people, they're already going to be stuck. They can't vibrate high. They can't vibrate to their righteousness to be able to go to the fourth dimension. But black people, you got to understand, you can go, but you can get stuck in the third dimension too by vibrating low. That's why it's important, so we can keep vibrating high. Meditate, do what you got to do, eat right, all that, because this is the time we waking up. You want to either get stuck or you're going to wake up. But anyway, so my point is, because we have melanin in our body, we are able to shift and travel to the next dimension. White people do not have melanin in their body, so they're not able to travel through dimensions. You literally have to have melanin in your body to travel through dimensions, okay? Again, even extraterrestrials have melanin in their body. Even extraterrestrials, but white people do not. So they will be they will be left behind for sure, because they can't go to the next dimension, okay? So moving on. And another thing about our rotation, all right? I want to talk about the rotation of the sun. We're not rotating around the sun, and nor is the sun just in this standstill space and we're rotating. We're not doing that, okay? We're moving. This is the reason why we're moving into another galaxy and another space, because we're moving. The sun is pulling our planets as it moves. The sun is moving through space, pulling our planets like this. Okay? Our sun is not stationed where our planets going around like this. It is moving and our planets is like this. Alright? Understand that. This is why we're shifting to this is why we're going to the 19th galaxy, because we're not in a standstill. How can we go to the 19th galaxy if we're in a standstill? Think about it. All right? That's a whole nother galaxy. You gotta be moving, obviously. But anyway, so yeah, so basically to sum this shit up, we're now in the Aquarian constellation. So you better wake up and be your laws. We got different suns governing us now, which means we're gonna have a different structure makeup, all right? It's different messages coming into our chakras right now. And again, they're just like our sun have low vibrating chakras, their sun have low vibrating chakras. So be careful on vibrating low, so you do not get low vibrating messages. You want to get God conscious messages only. All right. So, all right, real quick, because I want to add this part in, because I'm speaking on the Aquarian Age. So basically, moving into the Aquarian Age, which we're already in, the earth is cleansing itself right now, right? The earth is cleansing itself. It's heating itself up to get rid of what? White people and extraterrestrials that are not supposed to be here. So us black people having melanin in us, we are able to survive the earth heating up. But these white people are going to burn. If you are not alkaline, you're going to burn. That's why it's very important to eat alkaline. Live your life alkaline or you will burn, because the earth is heating up and you need to have melanin. Your melanin is going to be what protect you. Like I said, we white people have little to no melanin. We popping with the melanin. We're going to be okay, right? So when we move into this age, right, I said we're going to be, when we move into this age, right, I said we're going to be less dense. Now, we are carbon 12. We was carbon 12. Now we're carbon 7. So what is carbon 12? Carbon 12 is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, okay? Like I said before, now that we're in the Aquarian Age, we're now carbon 7, which means 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 1 neutron. We got rid of 5 neutrons. 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 1 neutron now. Alright? So, like I said before, if you don't shift, you're going to be stuck. Alright? If you don't shift into the new dimension, you're going to be stuck in the 3rd dimension, okay? Like I said before. And as far as our chakra go, I don't know. I guess that's it on my part. Drink my little coffee. That's all I got on, y'all. That's the chakras. That's our sun. And that's how we about to be moving. So, that's it. I'll be back with another video. Y'all already know. Because they shut me down. And that's the worst thing. Now I ain't going to say it's the worst thing. But they shut me down. But I'm going to be back with these bangers, bangers, bangers. Keep up if you can. Keep vibrating high if you can. Don't let these low energies get your ass. You feel me? Yeah. Hold up. You know I got to do the ending by getting my shit. Alright. See ya.